Brian Mudd Show is on Newsradio 610 WIOD.
Oh, it is 10:51. Welcome back to the show. We are joined by Kelly Accetta, expert on motivation. You may follow her at Kelly Accetta. All right, Kelly, how do we shake off the working from home blues?
Well, it's common right now, so just don't feel like you're alone. And especially for an extrovert, an introvert gets kind of recharged when they're alone. An extrovert gets recharged when they're around people. So it's really important, especially if you're an extrovert, you need to stay engaged. But also for you introverts, it is important. It will start affecting you as well. So there are definitely strategies.
Okay, and to that end, you set a strategy. If you know that, and it can be like Groundhog Day, right? You're getting up, you're doing a similar thing. It's easy to lose track of days. What is it that you can do to try to break out of this place if you're not in a good one?
Well, first of all, when I'm coaching companies, I really encourage them to, if they're going to just send an email maybe once or twice a day, pick up the phone and call and connect. Also, Zoom and all these different platforms that companies are using for their meetings are so much more effective because you can see someone's face. Also, as far as an individual and trying to really keep that social connection, there's a great app called House Party where you can actually get on with friends and there's games that you can play. And
That's cool.
App plays, the app will tell you whose turn it is and keep track of who's winning. It's great. And I just had a happy hour with some girlfriends last week where we met up on House Party. We had a glass of wine, played a couple games, laughed a lot, and there are ways to stay connected. You just have to be intentional about it. Just have a plan, have a schedule. It's actually as important or even more important that you have a schedule. Get up in the morning, get showered, get dressed in real clothes. It really has a lot to do with how you feel, approach, and how productive you are for the day.
Okay, this is going to be somewhat self-serving, but for anybody who's used to moving around and traveling for work, even, just not being able to do that, let alone all the rest of it, can be a big deal. How is someone who's used to being on the go in that environment, how do you balance within our current situation?
Well, and I'm one of those people. I traveled pretty much nonstop, and I've found that taking a lot of walks really, really help. When I'm feeling confined and when I'm feeling kind of that the walls closing in on me, I get outside and I take a walk, even if it's for 15 minutes, 4 times a day. That really does a lot, especially if it's sunny out. The sunshine just energizes you and lifts your mood naturally. Also, you can watch some travel shows. I used to go to all sorts of exotic countries, and a lot of the hotels right now, the resorts, I know Puerto Rico, they're doing a whole thing with their resorts where they're doing cooking classes and they're taking you virtually around Puerto Rico. And, you can engage with Marriott is doing it. A lot of the hotel chains and resorts are doing all sorts of They do, how they make their certain drinks, and they're doing a mixology class. They're doing dance classes. So if you're I had to cancel my vacation to Cabo San Lucas. So if you're, kind of feeling closed in, get on one of those websites and engage with something that's out of this world.
Yes, that's a lot better than the lowest common denominator on the Tiger Show thing anyway. Kelly, I understand you have a few free webinars coming up.
I do, and actually they're scheduling on demand by different companies that I coach, but I'm opening up for any company or small business especially that's struggling with this situation. And one is keeping your corporate culture connected during a crisis. There are ways to do that. Also managing stress and isolation and how to support your employees as a leader, an owner, or a manager. Different personalities deal with this isolation differently, and they need to be supported differently. And also working from home effectively, even with kids. That is a big one that I've been coaching people with. And if any of you want any of those webinars, feel free to just reach out, Kelly, Kelly, @truth.coach. I'm sorry, yes, Perfect. That's my email, Kelly @truth.coach.
Excellent. We'll leave it there. Thanks, Kelly Accetta. And we'll be right back with what the new normal might look like after the virus. This is Brian Mudd Show, News Radio 610, WIOD.